Wasabi Wallet. Unfairly private.
This tutorial took a turn that I was not expecting. I was maybe expecting kind of like not a great wallet in doing this, but I had my mind blown. So please do stay tuned through the initial diving into this wallet, and things get kind of crazy and dicey about halfway through. So I hope you enjoy the video. From here on in, you'll see things as they happen. If you are new to Bitcoin and you're looking for a Bitcoin wallet in the App Store, the list presented to you can seem a tad daunting. It's no easy task trying to discover which Bitcoin wallet is best for you. Today we're going to be taking a look at one of the options that tends to pop up in the top 5 in both app stores, and it's simply called Bitcoin Wallet from Coinbox. We're going to see how it works and how it holds up against alternatives. I'm Ben with the BTC Sessions, and this is your daily session.
Hodl the Bitcoin.
Before we dive in, I want to give a big shout out to sponsors of the show, LEDN.io. This is where you can use your Bitcoin for a variety of different services. Of course, they've got their Bitcoin-backed loans, which have saved me on a few different occasions. So if you're in a pinch and you need to get your hands on dollars, this is where you can use your Bitcoin as collateral for a Canadian or US dollar loan. Really easy. You deposit, you get funds to your bank account within 24 hours, and when you pay back that loan, you get back the exact same amount of Bitcoin. Now, they also have their Bitcoin and USDC savings accounts with interest rates of up to 11.7% annually paid monthly. And they've got their B2X offering, which uses the same loan mechanism to instantly buy you more Bitcoin, effectively doubling your Bitcoin on the spot. If you want to check these guys out, there's a link in the show notes down below. And if you click that link and opt to get either of their loan products, you get $25 for free direct into your savings account. Now, up next, we have the guys at Crypto Cloaks. These guys have been just knocking it out of the park lately. A bunch of Bitcoiners with 3D printers creating incredible swag. You need to head over to CryptoCloaks.com. They've got a ton of great stuff. I have a shell for my Node. I've got covers for my hardware wallets. Of course, they've got sticker packs and coasters and all kinds of great stuff. I've got the Triton on the way. There's no shortage of things to check out here, and it's all great stuff. So head to CryptoCloaks.com, and if you want 5% off, use the code BTC Sessions, all one word at the end, to get that deal. Up next, we have Cobo Vault. Now, this is one of my regularly used hardware wallets, and I love it because it is air-gapped. That means that everything is done entirely offline via QR code, keeping the keys to your money safely away from internet connection. Now, it also has, of course, a secure element, open source firmware, which I do recommend moving to the Bitcoin only firmware. And of course, it works with a bunch of my favorite wallets like Bitcoin Core, Electrum, Wasabi Wallet on desktop, that's my go-to, and Blue Wallet on mobile, which is also my go-to on mobile. So be sure to check them out. There's a link in the show notes down below. For reference, I am using the Cobo Vault Pro, which has the fingerprint scanner and the rechargeable battery, both of which I find to be wonderful. And finally, Bitrefill. I live 100% on Bitcoin pretty much. That's most of my income. And of course, I love that. I love saving my Bitcoin, but I do need to eat. I do need to get gas. I do need to shop and do all of those types of things. And Bitrefill allows me to do that, and also allows me to earn sats back, to earn Bitcoin back as I shop. So whether you're living on Bitcoin or whether you're just looking to treat yourself, maybe the price has gone through a nice little bump recently, you can do that with Bitrefill, and there's just a plethora of different gift cards that you can pick up here. So head over to bitrefill.com, link down below, and check out all of the stuff and all the great shopping you can do. And with that, let's dive into the video. All right, so when we open up Bitcoin Wallet from Coinbox, the first thing that you will be asked, because I have opened this app before, is do you want to create a new wallet? And when you hit yes, you will be bumped to this screen immediately. So right off the bat here, I'm going to say that two things irk me. Number one is when you create a new wallet, there's no indication that you need to back it up, which is a thing that you do indeed need to do. So we'll get to how to back up this wallet in a minute. It's in the settings, and some people may not even notice that it's there, but it is important. And then next, the other thing that irks me is that this is clearly not a Bitcoin only wallet. In fact, as I got to scrolling here, the ridiculous number of coins in here is beyond comprehension. And some of you might be thinking, hey, isn't that a good thing? In my opinion, no, because as a newcomer to Bitcoin, you may have heard certain things about Bitcoin, about why it's important and why people might want to use it, or why it was even created in the first place. And by thrusting all of these other options in front of you, it gives them the same legitimacy that you have come to think that Bitcoin has gained. And in a lot of cases, that is just not the case. So if you're curious about why I lean towards Bitcoin only, then you can check out a video I made called Should I Buy Altcoins? And that dives a little bit deeper into why I think that, but it will be linked down below, and it's outside the scope of this video. So besides the fact, once you've gotten into this app and you tap on Bitcoin, then you're taken to your wallet screen, and you see a few things. You see a balance up top in Bitcoin, or if you tap it, you can see down below it's in your native currency, or how many dollars is your Bitcoin worth. You also see an address that would be to receive. You see a send button, which obviously is to send. You see a button to buy, and you see a button to exchange for other currencies. Down below is where you would see any previous transactions. And up top here in the corner, there's a little square. That's actually to open your camera so you can scan QR codes in front of you and send to other people. Okay, so we'll get into all that in a moment. Now down at the bottom, you have your wallet button that takes you effectively to this main screen where all of your possible wallets are, and you can get to Bitcoin from there. You have a prices tab, which shows you prices of some of the top coins, as well as some news, and you can hit view more assets to see other prices there. You have an invite button, and this is another thing that irks me here. It says you will receive up to 80% fee from every friend's deal. First of all, that seems a little bit like broken English, but besides the fact, I'm unsure why a wallet has a referral code, because typically a wallet is just a place where you hold your own Bitcoin and there's no middlemen. But the fact that there's a referral fee that you can get from this means I'm expecting to be charged fees to use this wallet, which, if you're unfamiliar, there shouldn't be fees charged by your wallet just to use a wallet. Okay, now there's network fees and other things outside of that, but that's kind of, again, besides the fact, the wallet should not be a paid thing. Okay, and then you can go into settings and you have a whole bunch of different things here. You can invite friends. You've got security. Now security is important. You can turn on a passcode, dynamic addresses. We're going to touch on that again. And here's where your backup is. Let's take a look at backup before we do anything else. When you hit backup, the important stuff is down here where it says private key, and there's a series of words. Normally what you would do is you would write down those 24 words on a piece of paper. Don't keep it digitally anywhere, and keep it off to the side. What it is it's like a backup copy of your wallet. So if you delete the app or lose your phone, you can take these words and plug them into the same app or into a separate Bitcoin wallet, a totally different piece of software, and recover your funds. So that's why this is important here. Write it down before you do anything if you choose to do this wallet, and the same would be true with any other wallet, and keep it somewhere safe. Do not keep it digitally, because if somebody has access to these words, they can take your money. It's like having a secondary key to your house, and somebody getting it, they have access to everything inside that house. Okay. So let's get into actually using this wallet. We're going to head over to wallet and we're bumped back to Bitcoin. Okay, so I'm going to hit address. This is your Bitcoin address. It's in two forms. There is a series of numbers and letters up top. That is your Bitcoin address. Anybody who has that information, if you text to them or email it to them, they have enough information to send you Bitcoin. And down below is a QR code that anybody could scan with a Bitcoin wallet if they're standing next to you, and have the same information up here. and be able to send you money as well. So that's why they have this little share button or this copy button down below. It'll copy these digits, which is the same information encoded into this QR code. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to hit the copy button, and we're going to jump over to another wallet that I have sitting on my phone right now so that we can send some Bitcoin to this wallet. So I'm going to open up Blue Wallet. I have done a full video on how to use Blue Wallet. I'm not going to get into how to use it in this video, but if you're curious about it, I'll link to that down below as well. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and hit the send button from Blue Wallet. I'm going to send over around 100 Canadian dollars here, and I'm going to paste in that address we just copied from Bitcoin Wallet that we were just in. Okay. That all looks good to me. I'm going to go ahead and hit next. Okay. Now you'll notice here, it does say fee. And I was just saying how a wallet shouldn't charge fees. This is not a fee charged by Blue Wallet. This is a network fee. Okay. The Bitcoin network does have fees associated with it that go to what are called the miners of the network, and they secure the network. Okay. So anyways, besides the fact, I'm going to hit send. Okay, that has been sent out. And now I'll jump back over to Bitcoin Wallet, and we will wait and see if this arrives. I'll close this. Maybe by swiping down, I'll see an incoming transaction. Not yet. So already this is worrying me because I'm not seeing any incoming transaction, while in Blue Wallet, I can see that I've got a pending transaction on the way out. Okay. So I don't know what the deal is there, why it's not showing yet. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, so I've been notified here in Bitcoin Wallet that I have a pending incoming transaction for just shy of $100. And again, the pricing in terms of dollars can vary because each wallet may be getting price information from different sources. So the important thing is the amount of Bitcoin listed there. That should be the same as the other wallet. Okay. As soon as this transaction actually is confirmed and spendable, we will come back. That typically with the Bitcoin network can take around 10 minutes or so if you're not using something like the Lightning Network, which I've covered on my channel. So if you're curious about that, take a peek around. But we will jump back to this in a moment. It's a few minutes later now, and we have received a confirmation on that incoming transaction. So now it's reflected up top in Bitcoin and in dollars. Now, I do notice a bit of a discrepancy here, although I think it just has to do with the time at which I first received this transaction versus the current time. And what I'm talking about is the Canadian dollar value listed here. So I think obviously the dollar value can fluctuate, but you can see the amount of Bitcoin is the same. So that's my guess as to that. I also noticed a little bit of lag when it came to the transaction being confirmed in Blue Wallet versus this wallet here, but it wasn't too pronounced. It was maybe a minute or so in between before I could see it on both. So now that we've done that, let's check something out. If we tap on the transaction, we get a little bit more information, but not much. Basically the date and when it was received and the amount. That's pretty much it. Now, one thing I will say is let's jump over to Blue Wallet here, and we'll tap on the transaction there. If you go into details, you get to see a lot more information here, which may be above some people's heads, but you can see a lot more information regarding your transaction, and you can also view it in what's known as a block explorer. But one thing I wanted to note here is take a look at, you can see it here in under output 3EJM. That was my Bitcoin address. Now, if we jump back over to Bitcoin Wallet and we hit address, it's still the same address there. Now, you may say, well, that makes sense. That's your Bitcoin address. But most Bitcoin wallets nowadays will automatically generate a new receiving address every time you receive money. The reason for that is it helps a lot with privacy. In fact, it's a privacy best practice. Whereas this wallet does not do that. You actually need to go into settings and into security. And then this is where it says dynamic address. You need to turn that on so that from now on, when you go to receive Bitcoin, and it didn't even do it, but I think I can hit this arrow here and get another address. There's an address here that I can use to receive. So it seems like since I didn't have that ticked, it's going to keep this address for me for the time being. Perhaps if I receive another transaction, this will swap out. But either way, not great. I would prefer to see that by default off the bat. So if you don't see that, probably not a great sign. Anyways, let's try sending Bitcoin out from this wallet back to Blue Wallet. Okay, so I'm going to go back over to Blue Wallet. We'll just get out of this previous transaction we were in. Okay, we're going to hit receive. And I see an address here. I can tap on it to copy. And then I'll just jump back into Bitcoin Wallet. We're going to go to the send screen and see what we get. Okay, so I'd like to send everything out of this wallet. So I'm going to go ahead and hit max. Okay, so yeah, it uses everything there. I'm going to hit continue. And then under the address field, I can paste in an address here. There's even a paste button for me, or I can tap this little square. First time, it'll ask for permission from my camera, but in the future, I can scan using that if there's a QR code in front of me. But besides the fact, I'm going to paste in the address that we copied before. Always a good idea to double check those addresses. Make sure that at least the first few digits, the last few digits are the same. Because if it's the wrong address, then you're not going to be getting that money back. Okay, I'll hit continue here. Okay. Now I'm looking at this and it basically gives me no way to change anything here, which is not great. So it just says that it's going to this address that I can't even look at the full address here in the when reviewing the transaction. It says I'm going to be sending this much. It says my network fee is going to be this much Bitcoin, and then it adds it all together. So normally, most Bitcoin wallets, you'll be able to set the fee. And I didn't do so in the other wallet because I wanted the transaction to move quickly. But if I wasn't in a rush, I could set a lower fee and have it go through in no time at all, or have it take a little bit longer, but not have to pay as much, and it would no longer be prioritized. Furthermore, I would be able to bump that transaction fee if I was in a rush later on. So I don't see any of those options here. It's pretty much what you see is what you get, which is not fantastic out of a Bitcoin wallet. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to hit send. Okay, that looks like it's sent. Again, I'd love to see more information here. It doesn't say anything about what's going on here. So, I mean, it looks like that's it. Let's jump over to Blue Wallet and see if we can see it incoming. Not yet. Yeah, there seems to be a bit of a lag when I go to send transactions here. So I can see it says it's sent. It doesn't allow me to check it externally. Normally, most Bitcoin wallets, it'll say view in Block Explorer, which basically lets you see the Bitcoin blockchain and upcoming transactions that are set in something called the mempool. None of that is here. So even though that may be advanced to some of you, it is nice to have as you get more familiar with Bitcoin. And again, I still do not see it in Blue Wallet. And given that I was seeing things quickly in Blue Wallet before, I'm left to assume that the lag is on the side of this wallet in particular. So I guess we'll just jump back as soon as I see that confirm or pop up in Blue Wallet.
A few moments later.
All right, so I do see the transaction here in Blue Wallet now. I will be able to get some more information on it now that it's in here. If I go to details. Oh, interesting. Okay, now I know a lot of you will not understand what is going on here, but wow. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is there's a number of what is going on here? There is a number of wallet addresses all together that were sent out at the same time to multiple other wallet addresses of varying types. And so what I'm seeing here, yeah, like this is not, none of this is my transaction. I mean, part of it is, but so what was the amount that I sent? Wow, this is interesting. No way. Crazy. Okay, so what did I send? Okay. Sorry, this is interesting. You may not know what is going on right now. It may be a little bit outside of your realm, but it's important that people see that you can actually decipher what's going on here. Anyway, so I sent out 0.003997. That's close enough. Okay, as long as I can remember those digits, 3997. Okay, I sent out that much. So that should be split between going to Blue Wallet and going to the miners for the fees. Okay, so that's effectively what should be happening. But when I look at the transaction in Blue Wallet, I can see 0.00366. I think that must be, what in the hell is going on here? Like, that is not mine either. What the hell? Okay. So I don't know what these are. These are not, none of these are my inputs. So my chunk of Bitcoin that I sent from my wallet supposedly is not there. Unless I'm misunderstanding. 366. What am I looking at? So here's what I'm thinking is going on here. These guys are pretending that you have control over this wallet. What am I doing here? When in actuality you do not. And then when you go to send, it's sending Bitcoin that's actually in custody of somebody. I really am at a loss here, because what I'm seeing, what it's saying here is not lining up with what I'm seeing here in Blue Wallet, which actually gives me the details of that transaction. It's telling me that a bunch of different Bitcoin was joined together and sent out to a whole bunch of different addresses, which leads me to believe that, like, even, are any of these my address? 3. Yeah, I mean, it must be, but again, I did not construct this transaction here. So what we're seeing is that you've deposited Bitcoin into an address that you assume you have the private key to, but you do not. And that is super scary. I'm gonna stop right now, and I'm gonna say, do not use this wallet. Do not use this wallet, because you may think you control your Bitcoin, but you do not, because I did not construct the transaction that I'm seeing in the details there. And yeah, Just do not. If anything, use the other example wallet that I was showing you that allowed us to decipher what the hell was going on. Not to mention, again, like we couldn't control fee, anything like that. So it's they're scraping away fees, letting somebody assume that they have control over their own wallet, and that's not the case. So guys, please be careful. Use Blue Wallet instead. It's open source and you can actually see what's going on. But this wallet right here from Coinbox, that's just asking for trouble. Do not use this wallet. Let me say it again. Do not use this wallet. Okay, we got to keep going with this. This is insane. Okay, so after recording what you just saw, I dove into it a little bit more. Okay, so here's Bitcoin Wallet from Coinbox in the Google Play App Store. Okay, and they have a few descriptions here. Things that really stuck out to me is military grade security, extended security settings, backup private key. I don't know what you're backing up there, but it's not your private key, because as we saw, even if you didn't understand it, effectively what was happening is what was presented in my wallet was not what was actually there. And the money that was sent to Blue Wallet, the one that helped me discover what was going on, was not actually the money that was sitting in that wallet. It was from another wallet somewhere else. So money held by the guys at Coinbox, whoever they may be. There's a number of things. Again, they say balance tracking and detailed transaction history. They give you zero extra other than the amount that came in and the time. They don't give you any detailed transaction history. You cannot look up the transaction on a block explorer, which is a normal feature of a Bitcoin wallet. It's crazy. Again, details of each transaction, the number of confirmations in the blockchain. There's no details to be had. That's it. I wrote a bad review on this. You're going to see furthermore why. You go to their website, coinbox.org. There is nothing there. You can't look up anything about the company. It's literally just links to the Apple App Store, the Google Play Store, and to download the app via the web. When you go to the web version, it's a login. So like you provide an email and password, which is not how you use a Bitcoin wallet. If it's a non-custodial, meaning you're holding your own funds, Bitcoin wallet, that's not how that works. It's a backup seed, like we saw, all those words. But as we discovered, that backup seed, I don't know what it's for, because it's not for the wallet. If you go to support, all you get bumped to is like a form on a Zendesk thing. So then I was like, okay, well, who the hell is this company? I looked up, you couldn't really find anything about Coinbox, but I did look up their domain name. And when you scroll down, it's done through domains by proxy. And what the hell is domains by proxy? Well, domains by proxy is a GoDaddy service that helps you preserve your privacy when you put up a website so nobody can know who you are. Yes. And furthermore, I put this story up on Twitter, and sure enough, somebody responded to me. I tried to warn people about this a few months ago. They changed their name since then. Same wallet, fully custodial. Take a look at this screen grab. Bitcoin Wallet by BTC from Polahin.com. Totally different name of the company. So they changed the name of their company, maybe because they were getting heat. And then also they apparently used to have a terms of service, but it says we securely store digital currency private keys, which are the means by which you can securely approve a digital transaction. So here they said that they were custodial in the terms of service, but it still allowed you to write down a backup phrase for some reason. I have no idea what that backup phrase is for. So I'm astounded. This is scary because this is one of the top options that are presented to you in both app stores, in the Google Play and the Apple App Store. And here they say that they have over 500,000 downloads, 500,000 plus. That's scary as hell. 500,000 people are potentially using a Bitcoin wallet that they think their funds are in, but are actually controlled by some entity. The most worrying thing is, going into a bull market where a lot of people are using something like this, it becomes so attractive from something like this, and maybe this is their intent, to do a rug pull or to an exit scam where they just disappear with people's money, and people would not understand what has happened, especially if they're new. They don't understand how Bitcoin wallets work in the first place. Scary as hell. If you can, go drop a review on this app because it is not good. Also, scrolling through, a bunch of the reviews are clearly fake. There's definitely nothing here. Any response from Coinbox is like a cut and paste. Can you please indicate your email so we can contact and help you? And that's to any of the 1-star reviews. And the 5-star reviews are just, I think they're just paid bullshit reviews. So to close it out here, please do not use this wallet. Search around, ask around, find something better. I recommend a few of the ones that come to mind on mobile would be Blue Wallet, the one that we used in the video. I also really like Blockstream Green is a good one. I also like Samourai Wallet on mobile. When it comes to desktop, I prefer to use Wasabi Wallet, and I also prefer to use Electrum sometimes. I like those. They're a little bit more complex, but guys, yeah, you got to be careful out there. This is just a disaster waiting to happen. And I will not be surprised if within the year we hear something about this wallet running away with people's money. Anyways, besides the fact, we'll finish it up there. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new to the show, or if you've been here for a while, make sure you do 3 things to really help me out. Like, subscribe, and share. All of those things really, as I said, do help, and they help bump these videos in front of more eyeballs. If you want to help the show in another way, you can hit the sponsors I mentioned previously down below. That was LEDN, Crypto Cloaks, Cobo Vault, and Bitrefill. All of those in the show notes. And finally, if you really liked what you saw, you can always drop me a Bitcoin Lightning Network tip, which I've done some tutorials on if you check out the channel, at my tippin.me page. That is tippin.me/@BTC Sessions. With that, I'm out. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, wherever you may be, and I will see you next time for your daily session.
Hodl the Bitcoin.